Hey, everybody out there. Sorry for the delay. Welcome to Copper Cane Cigar Chat Live. I'm Joe Pasquale. I'm joined tonight with Lee Marsh, The Stolen Throne. Lee, thank you for being here. Also in the studio, my good friend Bobby Porcinius is here. We're talking cigars, we're talking whiskey, and we're going to talk about Lee's brand and a bunch of fun stuff. Lee, thank you for being with us tonight. I think, are we seeing him right on the, yep, I'm seeing him right here on the main screen. So there's Lee. Lee, how's it going, man?
What's up, Joe? How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are live. So are you at your house tonight? Where are you smoking from? Where are you at?
No, I'm here at the headquarters. I'm here at the throne room headquarters down here in Yorktown, Virginia. So we're set up here at the command center of Stolen Throne Cigars.
Awesome. All right. And you guys are obviously busy right now. You have the trade show coming up. As always,
Yeah.
Stolen Throne. You guys are doing so much every year. I feel like every year you guys are doing not only your own releases, but releases for other people, small batch stuff, really cool stuff out there out of the factory you're working with at Rojas. So take us through, for people that don't know, let's just start at the beginning. And again, you and I have been friends for years, but Stolen Throne as a company, how did that even start?
Well, for me, it was like it really started from a place of passion. Like, I've been smoking cigars since I was 15. So it's fuck, man, 22 years. So, I mean, it was just one of those things where, when you're going through life and you're working and shit might be working out, but like you don't love what you do, you're just getting paid really well to do it. And that's kind of where I was at. And then it was like, man, if I have to work like 30 more years, shouldn't I like what I'm doing? And I'd always had like this, like I said, this passion for cigars. I was traveling a lot, spending all my downtime in cigar lounges around the world. I was traveling to different countries like Dominican, Honduras, Nicaragua, just for tours, like just to enjoy it and kind of learn. And then it just kept growing. It just kept something that like kept like an itch I had to scratch, right? And then finally, I got to a point where I'm like, the dumbest thing I probably ever said was like, I could do that. So, and then we just started. Like I just went all in, and we started kind of playing around with starting the company around like like late 2016, early 2017, and then we released the Crook in May of 2019, and here we are.
Wow. No, and
Yeah.
again, I think that the guy that bugged me and the guy that's the reason we are friends is Jonathan Snell. And Snell, I don't know how Snell even found you on either Instagram or a group or something, but Snell
Yeah.
was bugging me for at least a year. Hey, let's Lee Marsh guy. He's got a great cigar. Bring him in, bring him in, bring him in. And I finally did. And then the rest is a story. To where we
Now
brought
I'm
the
the
cigars in, we became great friends. You essentially adopted my dad as like your other dad,
yeah.
and
Now I'm the
it's
favorite
been
kid. Your
yeah,
sister
you're his
likes me
favorite
more than
kid.
she
I
likes.
know. I get reminded every holiday. Rick likes you more than he likes me. So
Your sister
um
likes me more than she likes you. Like it's
yeah,
just good.
everybody likes you more than like me. It's fine. It's 100% fine. I'm okay with it. I deal with it. But
But you do make nice meatballs though. I do
thank you.
enjoy your
No,
meatballs.
thank you
Yeah.
for that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That's been a consistent theme on the episodes. I make at least a good meatball. So company wise, you guys start with the Crook, and then was Called Arms the second one, or was it Kingdom? It Called Arms, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was Call to Arms, and ironically, like Call to Arms was ready when we released the Crook, but for us getting started and no one knowing who we were, like I didn't want to be that traditional, like, oh, here's your Connecticut Maduro Habano. I was like, that's dumb. Because I'm coming into stores, no one knows who I am. I'm a first generation cigar maker. I don't have a legacy, so like I'm not gonna ask for a bunch of shelf space. Um, so yeah, and then about a year and a half later, we released the Call to Arms, and then shortly, probably a year after that, we did the Three Kingdoms, and then
Right.
Yorktown Fleet, and then last year we did Castle 919.
No, again, I think in a way, like you're almost too nice in the way you've done things, but it's been so organic. Like when I think about Stolen Throne as a company, the cigars are all great, but you're right. A lot of companies come to you and go, "Well, here we go. If you want to carry us, you're going to carry the Connecticut, the Maduro, the Sumatra, this or that. Here's our eight face," and you go, "Whoa!" Everybody's humidor is only so big.
That's right.
And the great thing about Stolen Throne is that for a smaller company like I was with, it was like, oh, we had the Crook and we had the Call. They did great. And so when you came to us and said, oh, now I have Three Kingdoms, it was like a no brainer. Right? Well, yeah, why
Yeah.
would we not? Like with Three Kingdoms, then Yorktown came out. It was like you're adding a facing or two faces at a time. It builds with the brand to where it just makes sense for you. And
Yeah.
you weren't splashing people with here's our 14 facings, and we made this size, and we made this size, carry all of it. If not, and you got the boxes, the presentation's good, the bundles are good. Um, I think how you built the brand is I've never seen anyone else do that in the industry.
Well, I think from my standpoint, right? Like I started as a consumer, and but I think to your point, like it just made sense. It was our part. It was us doing our job to create a brand recognition, right? And then making it easier every time we release something new to be like, okay, that's fine, no problem. Send me whatever you got, right? And that's kind of like the partnership aspect of the manufacturer and retailer that I think gets lost now. Is like we have a job to do too, right? Like you guys play off my antics and my bullshit on social media to help you sell cigars. So when people see me like smoking something new, they're hitting you up and then you're hitting me up like, what is that? You've done that before, right?
Oh, 100%.
I've smoked something in the factory and I made a mistake of putting it on Facebook and then I get a hit up from Joe like, what's that and when can I get it?
Yeah, what's
So
that? Rick wants 5. Send 5 to Rick. Get Rick a few
yeah,
of those. Yeah,
that's right.
that's what we want. But
But
you,
I mean, that's the way it works. And I think that it's just easier. Like that's why I don't really understand from a creative standpoint. Like for me personally, I blend all these cigars. I spend the time in development. So I don't have time to drop 14 regular productions in 1 year. Like I don't understand how that works. Like it's so much time and effort in development. Like I always tell people, like our average development on a regular production cigar is about almost 2.5 years. So I can't just like pump out a bunch of new shit all the time.
right. And again, you're not just gonna put your name on something. And go, yeah, here's 100 bundles for you. X, Y, and Z. I don't give a shit about it.
Mhm.
Like we're gonna make our money. And again, everybody out there, again, Joe Pasquale here, Copper Cane Cigar Chat Live. Lee Marsh is here from Stolen Throne. Tonight on the website, we do have it's 30% off everything Stolen Throne. We got Crooks out there. We got Preakness. We got 5 packs. We got bundles. So tonight only until midnight, it's 30% off. So if you're not familiar with the brand, or if you are, then you know you're going to take advantage of, because we're smoking Crooks right now. So Crook of the Crown, which is Lee's first cigar out of the factory, Mexican San Andreas, lovely, not just a pepper bomb, but just a really, really, really nice, Mexican San Andreas cigar in Nicaragua. So if you like full bodied stuff, they're out there. But we also have the Castle 919s on the website, which is a Castle for you. Last year was a really big deal for you guys to
Yeah, it
drop that.
was. It was, yeah. So last year was the 10-year anniversary of my grandfather being gone. And it was kind of like an ode to him and my grandmother. 919 is actually my childhood address. My grandmother still lives in that house today. So it was just a cool thing to kind of be able to kind of remember and celebrate and kind of see where we've come. And it's sad, he never got to see any of this. So yeah, it was just a cool project for us to be able to do, and it's been really well received. We're very lucky. Like all of our cigars are well received, and we gain a lot of support from retailers and consumers alike, which is it's truly amazing, man. Like, yeah, we bust our ass, man. No, there's no doubt about it. We work our asses off, but you got to get a little lucky sometimes too, right? For support and kind of because there's a lot of really good cigars out there that don't make it, and for whatever reason, right? So I'm so grateful. Like I think about it all the time. Like, and you and I talk about it. Like, shit, man, I've been doing this for 7 years already. It's crazy.
No, time flies by, and you think of the companies that came and went already.
Yeah,
Even your time in the industry, my time in the industry. I go back to my early trade shows and go, oh, remember that one company? And they had good cigars and they had good media and they had good everything, but they didn't make it for X, Y, and Z. And it takes the perfect storm. We say lucky, but it takes the right shops grabbing it. And again, you don't need to be in, when you're a small company, you don't need to be in 1,000 stores, right? You need to
you
be in
don't.
100, you don't. You need to be in 100, 200, 300 stores that believe in you
That's right.
and believe in what you're doing. And the tobacco stands for itself, because you can go into most humidors and find good cigars, but there's got to be a reason to pick it up. And so when you smoke a Stolen Throne, again, we have a lot of local guys that just grab it, because at this point in the Fort Wayne area, it's become like a normal thing here in Fort Wayne
Yeah,
and nationally as well. You have markets where guys know the brand and they talk
yeah.
about it.
Well, and it's the relationship, right? Like we're in 300 stores, nationwide, and we're in 7 countries, right? And so, but it's about the partnership. I don't want to be in every store. right? I don't want to dilute, what we're doing, and the demand is so high. To be honest with you, I couldn't be in every store if I wanted to, right? We have a finite amount of cigars that we can make every year. And with the growing demand, we've always been, and like you said, you and I have been friends for a long time, but we've also been business partners for a long time. Like, we dance with the ones that brung us, right? So we take care of the guys that have been around since day one, and kind of believed in what we were doing and gave me a chance. And so, like, that doesn't change with me. I don't change just because now we're selling more and more cigars and we're doing more stuff. So, like, I think, we're not at that point where we're trying to add a new account or a bunch of new accounts at PCA or through the year. For us, it's, is it a fit, right? Is it in a market that doesn't step on the toes of someone we already have there that we've built a relationship with? And is it someone we can grow with that believes in what we're doing, that, it wants to offer us in the right way, right? Because you'll have plenty of people. I mean, anyone can buy, like, anyone can sell crooks, right? They come in because Crooks became a thing of its own, right? Like, there was years where people didn't know who the fuck I was, but they knew what the Crook of the Crown was, right? And that's great.
Right.
Like, I love that. That's what I wanted. But
Right.
in reality, for the folks like you that have always supported me across the portfolio, and we're very lucky, man. The group of retailers that we have, like, I'm so blessed because it's not just a transaction. We have relationships,
No,
you
we
know.
do, and this goes. This is lifetime. This is lifetime. If either of
Mhm.
you or I, or if we're ever out of the cigar industry, like, we're not going to stop being friends. That's the cigar industry. That's how it is. And the cigars stand up. The brand stands up. It's great. You guys are growing, I think, in the right way, and I'm excited for what you guys have going forward this year, because you guys aren't stagnant. Of what you're doing. You guys want to do fun stuff, and you see the customer
Yeah.
base, and your customers are some of the most excited customers in the industry. When you do new stuff, people get really excited.
Yeah, and I think it's, and we talk to a lot of customers. I've always said this. I take an hour out of my day to respond to all the messages we get on Instagram and Facebook, and kind of interact. And I become friends with a lot of these consumers, right? Like, because though, we have annual trips, whether I'm coming out to Fort Wayne or I'm going to Delaware, I'm going to Texas, like, people come out, they see me, we talk, and the cool thing about it is when you get that feedback. Like, I just had a guy reach out the other day. He's like, man, he sent me a picture of a exclusive we did for Oakdale and Pittsburgh. And it was like a super long ash, well constructed. He's like, man, you make great cigars, man. And I really needed it today after a long day of work. And I'm like, that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing it for. That's
Yeah,
exactly like what I'm trying to achieve. And I had another consumer who said, I always buy whatever you make regardless, because I know you don't pepper the market with a bunch of new stuff. So I know that you take your time and I know what I'm going to get. And that's kind of the thing that keeps it going the way it's going. Like, there's become a reputation and an expectation of what people want to get from me when they pick up a Stolen Throne cigar. And I take that super personally.
that's awesome. No, again, that's awesome. We're gonna bring camera two in here for a second. Bobby is again in with me right now. So Bobby Porcinius, who's a Fort Wayne guy. Bobby's here. You're friends with Bobby. After Bobby. Bobby's kind of a local legend. Bobby runs soccer here in the town, and we've both watched a lot of soccer with Bobby. So Bobby, how's it going?
Good, man. Great to be here.
Bobby's here. He's smoking a throne. He smoked thrones before. So Bobby's here
I'm loving it.
and hanging out. So when we talk about soccer a little, I'm sure Bobby will have some more opinions about that. For you guys, so for 26 going forward, what's the plan? Like, for Stolen Throne for this year. What are you guys thinking? Like, I know you don't want to give away everything, but give us the
Yeah, we can talk
blueprint
about
for
it.
26. What are you guys looking for?
So for 26, it's kind of like that time, like that down period. Like, we talk about the development of regular production, right? And so during COVID, I made a shit ton of blends that I've kind of been just sitting on and kind of working through. And you've seen some iterations of them, and there's still some that are out there. So this is a year of kind of like clearing the plate of some limiteds that are ready, right? So we're starting off with the Revelry in May. Um, and for everyone that loved the Preakness, this is kind of like a new reblend, a different take on the Preakness, a little bit more strength, a different Vitola, and kind of just just a cool, fun thing to do. It's going to be packaged in black and gold, like the Black Eyed Susan. We're going to do it in May, because I do listen, and like, the way to get me to do stuff is just berate me, and so, like, a shit ton of messages and DMs about, man, I hope the Preakness doesn't go away. Like, I love this blend, blah, blah, and all those things. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate it and make it a little bit more Stolen Throne-esque. I mean, it's a very great cigar. It's super elegant. I love that cigar. It's an addicting profile, but it's not, it's way more refined and elegant than a normal offering, right? So I went back to the drawing table and changed some things and recreated the blend for something a little different.
I like the way you said it. You're like, hey, this is a cigar that we did. It's a little bit too elegant and refined for Stolen Throne. We want to do something a little bit more rustic and in the dirt for Stolen Throne.
I'm blue collar edgy, man. I can't. So that we're doing that. What I'm smoking now is the Highway Drifter. So we're dropping that in July. So this is a super, super cool cigar. Everyone knows how big I am into like country music and singer and songwriter. So this is kind of an ode to those old school guys. It's a really cool cigar. It's a shaggy foot. It uses a different varietal of Habano cigar wrapper. A really, really complex, in your face kind of just a Stolen Throne cigar that you don't want to miss, right?
Sure.
And then the big one, this is gonna drive everyone nuts. So sorry, Joe.
Uh-oh.
So the big one is I wanted to find a way to kind of like what we talked about. Thank all the retailers that have been around since day one and have really supported me and gave me a chance to build what we're doing now, right? Like I always knew we would be successful because I believed in what we were doing, right? But if you asked me if I thought we would have the trajectory that we've had over the last 7 years, I would probably be honest with you and say no, right? So because of that, we are going to release the Brody to
Hey.
to select stores, right? So the Brody, for those that don't know, the Brody was my Cane Corso, and he was the reason we started the Argos project. And Brody passed away a couple years ago, and the store we started Argos for, Winston's in Richmond up the road here, asked, it was right around the time of their 15th anniversary, and they asked if we could do something special and use Brody. When my allergies cleared up from him asking me to do that, we created a amped up version in a bellicoso format of the Argos. It's my personal cigar. If you've been to an event, that's how most people got it because the release sold out in like an hour. And that's another one that I get asked about, like, hey, can I get some Brodies? Like, where can we get the Brodies? So that the constant badgering of messages wore me down. So we will be releasing the Brody in September.
Okay. That's exciting. I don't know why you said to make me mad. Are we not going to get Brodies? Is that what you're saying?
You are, but like everyone's going to hit you up now and be like, hey.
That's great. I mean, Papa Rick's going to want at least 2 bundles of Brodies. He's going to expect them for Christmas at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I would not be able to, my dad would be super pissed if you didn't get Brodies.
Yeah, exactly. Rick will get Brodies for sure. He'll expect them. No, that's awesome. That's really exciting for the year. Again, like you guys, again, we have Argos on the website right now. We have some Argos and some Preakness out there, right? We have Preakness and Argos out there at, again, 30% off. So why would you not want to? I know it is crazy.
And so like the Argos, if you're unfamiliar with Argos, $1 from every cigar we manufacture, I donate to the rescues. Cane Corso rescues across the country.
Well, yeah, that's cool as shit. And we again, we all love animals. And you've met, yeah, we all love animals, and everybody here's met my dogs, my big stupid dogs, but I love them.
You're stupid. Your dogs are cool.
My dogs are awesome. Kayla's anything out there from the audience?
Yeah, we've had a few comments from the beginning here. We have Corey Alvord came on, said evening all. We also got Melissa Bartram Alvord saying evening. Hello to everyone. We also got Wheezy in the house. We got James Davis came on and said Wheezy is here. How about that? We also have, let's see. And we have Cameron Lee Kaylee saying, popping in briefly while at work. Shh, don't tell my boss. And we also have James Davis saying, loving a good bellicoso.
Nice.
And James also said, Joe, can I out my order in for a box of Brodies now? I got a spot for my man and his dog.
We will
with mine.
We will find a way to do pre-orders. Late summer we will do that. And again, I know a lot of people are on tonight and they're going to share this video next week. So the other big thing we're doing right now is if you're out there There's different ways to enter. We're giving away this giant Gurkha humidor. I'll throw in the picture. It is huge. It's got 80 cigars in it. This was like their Year of the Dragon release. So it's got 4 different bundles in here. Again, it's hard to keep open. It's huge. We're going to send this to somebody next week. So the way you can win this thing is sharing this video on Facebook, sharing it on Instagram, or subscribing on YouTube, or commenting right now. If you're commenting on the Facebook or the on the Instagram or the on the Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, comment so we know who you are. Subscribing on YouTube is a really easy way to do it too. So as long as we see you sharing this or subscribing, you're in for this. And there, again, you can get in like 3 different ways. So somebody's gonna win this thing. And next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, we're gonna give this thing away. So it's worth $2,000. It's a massive humidor, 80 cigars in it. We're gonna give that away. So that'll be a lot of fun. Pretty much every episode we do, we're gonna have some type of giveaway for the next episode and kind of build toward that. And then we're gonna have a deal. So the deal tonight is the Stolen Throne stuff. So Throne is 30% off, even 5-packs. You can buy, I think we looked at the 5-packs of like Crooks on the website are like $38 or something, like stupid.
That's crazy.
I know
Might
it's
buy 'em
crazy.
back.
So
I might buy them
well,
back.
yeah, buy them back. Why not? Who gives a shit? So yeah, it's everything Throne, 30% off until midnight. So buy some Stolen Throne stuff off the website. That way we can buy more stuff from Lee.
I got 2
And-
kids, man. I got 2 kids.
He's got 2 kids. We have some else from the audience. Sorry.
Yeah, we got Rick Pasquale came on and said, hello, sons.
Oh, Rick.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Rick's commenting from a funeral right now, from a viewing. So Rick
That's
is
my dad. That's my
yeah,
dad.
that's your dad. Yeah, that's Rick. That's 100% Rick. Rick is 100% live from the viewing for his brother-in-law right now.
And Michael Cogden just came on and said, be gentle with my humidor.
Okay, yeah, and Michael, my brother-in-law, obviously loves your guys' stuff. He's in,
Yeah.
they're just east of Columbus. They do buy a lot of Stolen Throne stuff already.
I just watched his golf video.
Dude, yeah, he was killing it out there. They played at Pinehurst this week. My nephew Landon played. My nephew Landon, who's there with Mike, had one of Tiger Woods' old caddies caddying for him at Pinehurst this week.
No way.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
And can we reiterate that everyone in the Pasquale family
That's
likes
pressure.
me more than they like Joe?
Everybody in the Pasquale family likes Lee more than me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So I think Mike and Landon both shot like 94s at Pinehurst on number 2 this week.
That's freaking good, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Freaking good.
yeah, they had a good time, and he got to play with like one of Tiger. I think he said the caddy he had caddied for Tiger in 05 and Rory in like 2010, 2011 or something like that.
That's
How
crazy.
cool is that? He rolls to the Pinehurst and this guy's like, I'll be your caddy today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So Landon and Mike were out there playing golf this week. A lot of us here in the Midwest, we're probably wishing we were playing golf this week.
Yes.
So
Good weather.
yeah, I mean, hey, it was like 60 today. People
it
could
was golf weather today here in Fort Wayne.
100% golf.
Not bad.
Weather. Yeah. So Lee, before we get to your top 5, which I know you're itching for your top 5, you're actually probably not itching to give your top 5. Let's talk soccer for a second. So you're a soccer guy.
I am.
Bobby and I are pretty big soccer guys. What is your club that you root for, Lee?
I'm an Arsenal
Don't
fan.
say it.
I'm an Arsenal fan. Leading
Don't
the
say it.
table.
So
Lay the table.
let's start there.
You
So-
are hanging on by a thread, buddy.
It doesn't matter. First is first,
Okay.
Bobby.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you also got a favorable draw in Champions League. You know that, right?
Yeah, we do. We do. We were number 1 in the table. We should get the favorable draw.
But here's what I'm gonna tell you though. I gotta bet that when you do win your first match and you play your second match, you're gonna lose to the Norwegians.
You know what, Bobby? I'm not going to do
They're
this
hot.
with you because you still owe me a cigar from our last bet when Arsenal
I
beat
got
Liverpool.
I got you.
Lee, let's start that. So Lee, how did you become an Arsenal fan?
So, it is a funny story. Those who know me know I had a pretty long football career. And it wasn't, and I was your prototypical jock that like people like Bobby sucked. They're soft. But I moved to Europe, and living in Europe, it's just a different world, right? Like soccer is everything. And you kind of, it's hard not to get engulfed in it. And this was 2007, 2008. So Bobby, you remember like Emmanuel Adebayor was having a crazy run for Arsenal then.
Yes.
And so like I didn't want to be. I'm Joe. You know me. I'm a contrarian by nature, so I'm not just going to jump on everybody's favorite team. So I just started watching a lot of Arsenal matches, and I've been a fan ever since. So
That's awesome. That's how I became a Villa fan. I mean, so I've been a Villa fan for a lot of years.
A lot of years, yeah.
20
Tough loss
years now,
today.
21 years.
Tough loss
Awful
today.
loss. Again, losing the Wolves away like that. Villa were terrible today. But I became the way. I was at a pub. I was 18, 19, wherever it was, and I was talking to a friend, and he was like, "Hey, I was watching a lot of European soccer, and back then it was hard to watch European soccer.
It was super
Right? Like you had to have like Satanta or some Fox Plus soccer package or whatever it was. You couldn't just like flip on Peacock or NBC and watch the Prem. And so I was watching Milan. I'd watch AC Milan Champions League.
That's me.
And
that was me.
Yeah. And so I was watching that, and I was watching some Prem games. And I sent to a friend of mine, and I said, "Hey, I want to pick a Premier League club to root for. Who should I cheer for?" And my friend Baza was like, "Well, like, who do you root for in American sports?" I was like, "Well, I'm Detroit. My family's from Detroit, Lions, Tigers, whatever." And he's like, "Well, there is this blue collar club from a blue collar city in Birmingham called Aston Villa, and they're not the best team. They're not the worst team, but they're like a blue collar English club, and they have some good young players." And I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna be an Aston Villa fan." And like that was it. And since then, I've been a Villa fan. I remember I ran to a Villa guy probably 7 years ago at the same pub, a million years later, and he was from Birmingham. And I was sitting there having a pint next to a guy, and I was like, "Hey, what club do you support?" He's like, "Aston Villa." "What club do you support?" I was like, "Aston Villa." And he's like, "Okay, American guy." We talked Villa for 2 hours, and he left there. And he's like, "You're a proper Aston Villa fan." I'm like, "No, like I'm not like a part-timer. Like I bleed Aston Villa. Like I love that club, just like I like the Lions and the Tigers and the Red Wings. Like, I love Aston Villa. I follow them
funny.
every match of the year.
It's so funny because you're right. Like back in that time, we only got Serie A, right? We only got the Italian series here. And at that time, it was the best league in the world, right? So I was an AC Milan fan. I was a big Clarence Seedorf fan. That team was stacked. It was fun to watch.
Dude,
right?
Seedorf, Ronaldinho, who's God, was it the Ukrainian? Who was the striker they had? Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Like
I love
those
Shevchenko.
teams were Maldini.
Maldini's probably the best left back to ever play the
those
game.
Teams were so good, and you had those great Champions League matchups where AC Milan was always getting to the Final Four, the final. And I remember I was working like an IT job at Lincoln Financial, and on my side monitor, I'd have to pay like $8 to listen to like Champions League matches while I was in the office. And that's how we'd have to like I'd have to watch it, listen to a game that way. Like I'd be like, "Oh, do you want to listen to AC Milan play PSG? It's $8 on the UEFA website to hear it." Yeah. And that's the way we now. It's like, oh, you have Paramount, you get everything. Oh, you get Peacock, you get everything. I mean, it is a little fucked up now because you have to have like 8 different streaming services to watch soccer. But like, it's still better than it was. It's better than it was.
It's way better. But now the USA thing that you can't even get the app anymore, it's a pain in the ass. But like, yeah, the funny Aston Villa story is like I was in a pub in Ireland at that time, and like I was kind of deciding between Aston Villa and Arsenal. They had Bobby. They had John Carew at the time.
Well, you made the right choice, by the way. Keep going. You made the right choice.
I did.
You did.
The red's my color. If you couldn't tell by the crook, right? So, yeah. So you're right. It's just so much better now, and the game is so much better now. It's super fun to watch, right? We got everyone in Stolen Throne participates in a fantasy soccer league, and we watch.
You've been in our league before. You've been in our fantasy soccer league before.
And I was terrible at it, so I quit.
No remark.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, Dad's like sending me texts like, "Hey, man, you got to swap out a defender, man. You suck."
Dude, Rick Pasquale is he is the best fantasy soccer player I've ever seen. Like, I'm just having lunch with him, and while we're having lunch, he's like talking about his team and who's he's swapping out and doing this or that. And I'm like, Rick looks at his team more than any of us look at our teams, and he's on top of it. And he's like, "Well, Wolves got double. They got Brighton this weekend at home. They might get a clean sheet. I'm gonna grab this guy." Like Rick is my dad is all in. My dad's all in on fantasy soccer.
He's all in. Where he started when he was in the B division, which he won like, I don't know what he won, like 2 years,
3 years in a row, I think.
Now we moved him up to the A division, and the guy, I mean, it's killing me because I played him 3 times. He beat me 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. He's
pissed the
Yeah,
Reno.
that's right.
I'm
That's
like, you
right.
don't know shit about soccer, but somehow you're freaking winning, man.
he's
It's
cerebral,
crazy.
man.
I do love it because Rick watches, every match. Like
Mhm.
Rick watches matches I don't even watch. 'Cause I'm busy like you, right? So if I try to watch all the Villa games, I try to watch the big games. But if I miss a match or whatever, I'll be talking to Rick the next day, my dad, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I mean that Bournemouth game," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, they had a clean sheet until this or that." Like it's more of a fantasy soccer thing, but like Rick's watching
Whatever it takes,
every whatever game's on.
whatever it takes though
He's watching it.
to embrace and love the game, man. I mean, if it takes fantasy or playing video games,
No, we all for it. We
Yeah,
want soccer
I
to
know.
grow as a
We want
country
soccer
again.
to
The World
grow.
Cup's coming here in the
No,
summer.
I
It's just
mean,
funny
but-
that a guy like my dad, who 10 years ago probably never watched a soccer game
no,
in his life,
no.
and now he's watching Prem and
Yeah.
Champions League and Serie A, or if we're sitting around the club all night, he's like, "Oh, we'll put on the championship game of
Yeah.
Millwall versus QPR
Yeah.
or whatever it is." Like we're all watching it together
Yeah.
to where,
Became an avid San Marino fan. I mean, it was good.
well,
Yeah.
God,
was
San
good.
Marino, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
So
I think
when
I think that's the caveat to fantasy sports, right? And everything
Yeah.
outside of football. I've always watched all football, but in reality, like the fantasy sports, it keeps you involved, right? Like it
Yeah.
keeps you involved and you care about more things, and you find out about more players. You start watching different things because like I watch way more than Arsenal now, right? I watch every Arsenal game, but now I'll catch a couple games. I'll put them on the office because, like you said, Joe, it's more available. But you care more because you're more invested because you're picking these players to be on your team and that kind of stuff. So it
Well,
does help.
the biggest thing about how European soccer runs is that because the way the season runs is there's so much to be excited for throughout the season
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
versus
it's
American
almost
sports.
year
So, like,
round now. It's almost year round.
it is, but like think about a normal Premier League season, right? Like so you have the battle for first in the league, right? Okay. Then you have the battle for the top 4, the top 5 for Champions League. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You have the relegation battles. Then you have those like middle battles on teams in transfer windows. So you have guys that are like, all right, we're in the January transfer window. Who's going to buy guys? Who's not going to buy guys? Who's going to sell guys? Who's going to get their team better in January? So throughout the season, there's so many storylines to care about that
Yeah.
it's never boring. It's not
Well,
like
and
an
I think-
8-month season that's never boring.
And like the 20 years that I've been watching EPL, I mean, Bobby, you have more experience than me, obviously. I don't remember a time where there's been so much parity over the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's really competitive from 1 to about 15, right?
Yeah.
So like,
I agree.
a lot of these dudes, like, Sean, he's our head of distribution here. He's a Magpies fan, right? So like literally they're 12th right now. If they win this weekend, they could be 7th or 6th,
I know.
right? So it's like it's just so fun. It's cool to watch the competitiveness, and it's great.
No, it's the best league in the world. It just is. It's
It
the best
is.
league in the world. You have every team, even the bad teams.
Well, look at
Aaron-
today. Look at
Today,
today, you
Wolves
had
are the worst team. Villa's
Different
third.
management. He's a
I
great
know.
manager.
I
I mean,
know.
I have a different management. And all of a sudden, these guys came in. They're inspired and motivated, and they found a way to beat a team that's in
And
the top
and
four.
and, and
Well, I mean,
Villa's
look at it.
Villa's played bad for a month, but yeah,
They
you're fine.
they beat Villa. They tied Arsenal at the 94th minute. They tied
Yep.
Newcastle. Like you got all these teams that want to be. They're going to be relegated, but you got these teams that just want to ruin people's days, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw a really funny post last week. I know we have some comments out there, Kale, to get to. I saw a really funny post. Somebody from I think it was a Wolves fan posted like a week ago about somebody commented and said, like, doesn't matter as an Arsenal fan. I was like, doesn't matter, you're going down. And the Wolves fan said, yeah, 3 p.m. kickoffs, cheap beer, and no VAR. You're right. Sounds terrible. I was like, oh, you're right. Like he's like, oh,
Yeah.
championship's so bad. We get like
Yeah.
all the time 3 p.m. kickoffs, cheap beer, and we don't have to worry about VAR. Like soccer's not too bad, even in the second tier. And we would all agree. And for soccer people that don't, or people that don't know soccer, the second league of England, the English Championship League, is one of the best leagues in the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It really-
They would be a top 5, top 6 league in the
Oh
world.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Easily. I agree with that.
Yeah, when you think about like Prem is the most popular and probably the most competitive, and Spain's right there. I mean, the Bundesliga is great. I mean, obviously the Italian league has always been great, but then after that, there's always
It
going to
kinda
be an
falls
argument.
off.
Is it the French league? Is it championship? I think that's always going to be a conversation, always an argument.
Yeah,
But you would argue, but Lee, you would argue like the top 8 teams of championship
Mhm.
would finish in the top half of the French league or Bundesliga or even probably Spain.
Yeah. I mean,
Good.
Spain for sure. Like
Yeah.
I think
French league for sure. The
Yeah,
French league, the French league,
is not
the
that strong.
French league shit.
Maybe there may be five teams strong. That's it.
Yeah.
I think for me, to be honest with you, it's EPL and then Bundesliga a big step down. Like Spain
Yeah.
is weird to me, and Bobby, you know this. It's 2 teams in every other every third year. It's Atletico, right?
I mean,
So,
Atletico's a goon squad.
Yeah,
Atletico's
yeah.
there to make people's jobs hard.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
But
you
they're
have
good,
Barcelona,
like,
Real
every 3
Madrid,
years.
Atletico's there to make your job hard.
Yeah. It's a
That's right.
crapshoot when you talk about
Yeah.
who's going to be 4th or 5th in Spain. I agree with you. I mean, once Ronaldo left and then Messi left, things changed in Spain.
yeah,
but
they got
Barcelona
Mbappe,
though
yeah.
is good, man. Barcelona. Madrid's tough. I think
But
the
it pisses
managers
me off. It
suffer.
pisses me off
They suffer.
because it pisses me off because, when you're talking about how long the season is and how many tournaments like an English club has to play, Spain doesn't have that, right?
Yeah.
Like Real and Barcelona have to worry about each other, and that's it. And then they're ready for the expanded, right? Like no one gives a shit about
Right.
the Copa del Rey. No one gives a
Right.
fuck about that. Like
No,
I
so,
get you.
I agree with you. I think that the top 8 teams in championship would be super competitive in Spain. They'd probably
Yep.
be really. They would dominate France. I think that they would struggle in Italy and Germany, but I think that they would be good. Like I do believe that,
And
because the reality is the majority of Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of that league, except the bottom tier, like the bottom half of the table, have been in the Premier
Yeah.
League probably in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, it's just different. We talk about it all the time with England, like Fulham away versus like Bologna away
Yeah.
are very 2 different things. Like they just are.
yeah,
Like every Prem away game is a trap.
Yeah.
Is a trap.
Of course.
You have the cities and the Arsenals and the world that going, hey, we're trying to get 3 points today. We definitely got to get 1 if we want to win the league. But like every away game in the Prem is a fucking
And
dogfight.
Well, it's not.
and
It's
you
not easy.
and you
to
don't
play.
want to play, and you don't want to play Everton ever. If you need
No, you
something
don't
on the
want
line,
to play.
No,
Yeah.
no.
you don't want to play
Brentford
Everton.
Leeds. You don't want to play Leeds.
They
You don't wanna
they
play
score.
Leeds
They
at
score.
Leeds.
Leeds scores.
Yeah. You don't
They
want to
score.
play
Yeah.
them. I mean, I think it is. I mean, when you look at the Prem League, I feel like any team could win on any given night. And obviously, some places. I mean, Liverpool was Man U.
Yeah.
Was Old Trafford for years was a place that you knew you were going to go there and you're going to lose.
Oh yeah,
That's what it was like during the Ferguson years. That's what it was like during the Ferguson years.
Emirates during Wenger, you didn't want to go to Emirates at all.
No.
No, but like he's
No.
saying Old Trafford was a fortress.
Old Trafford was amazing. I mean, now you could go in there and win, Lee. You could go and win there. That's the
Yeah.
problem, right? But Old
Yeah.
Trafford was that place, and yeah, Wenger was another one. I think back in the days when Thierry and Perez, when they played,
Yeah.
I mean, they were.
The
I
Invincibles.
mean, Arsenal
yeah,
has suffered. They have suffered for many, many years, and I think they're due. I do believe they're due. I hope this is the year for them. But back then, I only appreciated 2 clubs that played good football. It was Man United, Ferguson, and Arsenal. They were the 2 teams that played a great brand of football, right?
I mean, you're
All
gonna
the
you're
other
gonna
teams
find
were okay.
you're gonna have a hard time beating the Invincibles, right? That's one of the greatest teams ever. Period.
Yeah.
And I think what I love about it now is you just don't know, right? When's the last time you gave a shit about Bournemouth? And Bournemouth is a force. Yeah, they sold
Can you
some
believe
players.
it?
They gotta do some business, right? But like,
Yeah.
it sucks that we're still waiting for the 212 counts against Man City. That's another conversation.
Yeah,
They can
those will never happen. Those will never happen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not going
they
to
can-
happen.
That's not happen.
They fucking fined and penalized Everton twice last year. And
I
we're
know.
still
No.
waiting.
Yeah. Dock points again. Docking Man City at this point has become the Epstein files. Like it's not gonna
That's
happen.
right.
Like
That's
Man
right.
City's
You're
Man City's stuff again. This will probably go viral. Man City's transgressions in world soccer, as such as this point, is the Epstein files. Like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's not
It's
going to happen.
not gonna happen. If it happens, it'll
Way
happen.
too much
It'll
power.
happen 20 years from now
Yeah,
It'll
when they've
happen when
sold
Guardiola's
the
gone.
club again. And like again, the people that are now into soccer think Man City is this like giant club.
Mhm.
They were not. Like Man City, until they got bought, were the Mets.
Yeah.
They were the fucking New York Jets and the Mets of soccer. They were the second club to Man United. They were just like a mid to bad Prem team that was there to be okay, but like they weren't good. Man City was never good.
They were like that
I was
shitty other
excited.
North London team.
Yeah,
The shitty
I was excited. I was excited because I remember hanging out with Laps and we're just talking history, because we've been around it for so long. And I remember sitting with him and I'm like, who the fuck's Brentford? Like I've never heard of Brentford. And I remember that year they were in the playoff and they didn't make it, but I'm like, who the fuck's Brentford, dude? And then the year after in the Premier League. And they haven't looked back.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I love those teams. Like, I love Brentford. I love Brighton. They just have the ability to find players. They know that they can't compete dollar for dollar, right?
Right.
But they have the ability and they have the scouting department to find these stud players like Matoma, Isak. Like, they find these dudes.
They do.
And it's amazing. It's awesome. Yeah,
How
they
about
end up
this?
having to sell them, but
Yeah, how about this, right? How great as far as like thinking about managers, because I know how challenging it is. Look at Franks, he's gone, right? He had a great success at Brentford. He made he wanted to try it, went and lost that battle because it's tough, right? It's a different type of atmosphere to go to Spurs. Potter did the same thing, he had success in Brighton and then all of a sudden decides to leave, goes to Chelsea. But look at this guy at Palace, what he's doing. He lost his two best players.
yeah.
Right? Two best players. Elise left, went to Bayern, fantastic player. Then he loses as to your team. And I'm sitting there going, how is this guy? And we got to play them this weekend. Man U's got to play him. How does this guy?
That's a tough play.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it's amazing.
I'll say this though. I will say this, and people have talked about this for years now. They are still a London club.
They are.
And in Europe, London clubs are a big thing for European prospects. So, Palace lost those guys. They're still a London club.
Right.
And I saw an article about a year ago that was saying like everywhere in England, people might start even like moving their training grounds to London on a permanent basis.
Because of the
draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Villa's in Birmingham.
Right.
But the players and the wives and the girlfriends want to live in London.
Right.
So I think in the next few years, you're going to see like clubs moving their training grounds to London, even though they don't play in London. You might see a Brighton move their training ground to freaking London for the year-round like living circumstances because it's a draw for Spanish players, for Italian players, for Portuguese players,
I think it's
Argentinian
smart.
players, because people want to live in London. They don't want to live in.
I think
They
it's
have
really
to.
smart.
You have to.
I think it's smart just because to keep the parity, and that's what I really hope, right? Like you see it again in January with Man City buying up Semenyo, and it gets old, right? It's the New York Yankees all over again. But I think in reality, the academies and the development schools need to move to London to keep the draw going, right? Because at some point, even Crystal Palace, what they've been able to do, you're right, Bobby, is amazing. But they're gonna lose Mateta this summer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I think the Mateta thing,
Well,
they should have sold Mateta last summer. The fact he's still there, he's still a really good player. They will lose him, but like I don't think he'll go to another big Prem club.
But you get these other younger players like Cigar coming up. You got this other SA kid coming up.
But it's hard to find a 9. It's hard to find a 9. It's
super hard.
It's so hard to find a 9. Mateta's
they
different.
still have talent.
It's still different.
And you have a manager that understands the strengths of his team, and he finds ways, and he says, "This is how we're going to play, right? Buy into this." And we're going to be successful, right? And that's what he's doing. I mean, he's finding a way.
Well, and there's certain
results.
There's certain players that can't play in big markets. They just can't.
Right.
Like that's just who they are. And that
we just saw that with Isak. We just saw that with Isak. Like Isak killed at Newcastle, and he leaves, and he can't play soccer anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Lukaku was that. I was a big Lukaku fan, but anytime he went anywhere else, like he went to Chelsea, didn't.
You remember Torres when Torres left?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Torres couldn't play soccer anymore
because if you remember, Salah was with Chelsea and then struggled.
So was De Bruyne,
right? Yeah,
so was De Bruyne. De Bruyne was a Chelsea guy,
but he went to Werder Bremen. He went to Werder Bremen and had success, and then boom, all of a sudden his career took off. But I remember Salah, because I was like,
but is that the environment or is that the manager?
I think it's a combination of both.
Or is that Pep?
Combination of both. I know the psychological piece of it because I as a player. I know what it's like when you have people believing in you and give you the freedom to play the way you know how you can play. You're going to have success. But I've also been in situations where, and I have absolutely, you apply pressure on yourself. But I've been in
Sure.
places where, psychologically, like if they don't believe in you, right, and don't give you the opportunity to play free, you don't play. You don't play the way you know you can play. So Salah was a great player, but left Chelsea, went to Italy, and had great success.
Yeah.
Built his career, and next thing you know,
Well,
He's
sometimes
one of the best Prem players of all time.
Liverpool.
But talking about Isak, right? Let's just talk about Isak, right? Isak, we're talking about Arnie Slot versus Pep. If he goes to a place like City, is Pep getting the best out of Isak versus what Liverpool is?
Yeah, I don't know because like look at Foden. Foden is probably the best English player out there. I feel
Outside of Morgan Rogers, yeah.
okay.
Come on.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you
But I
guys
feel-
are being
the most-
purposely. You guys are being purposely disrespectful. There's a young kid.
We
named
are.
Brian.
We're talking about Villa guys
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everybody else.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel,
yeah.
I hate City. But
We're
But
talking
there's a young
about
guy.
Declan Rice. Is Declan Rice going to pop up in the
Yeah.
conversation?
Rice, man, forget Declan Rice.
Declan
But I'm saying,
Rice.
like,
Declan Rice,
Foden
Bukayo
was,
Saka. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Foden,
There's a couple Arsenal guys that might make the team. Yeah.
Saka's a great talent, but I'm saying like Foden, I have a kid that played in the under-17 World Cup from Fort Wayne, Akil Watts. Great talent. He played against Foden in the under-17 World Cup. He said he was by far the best player he's ever seen, ever played against. Here's a guy that I think that, because English players are not known for that. English players, when you think of English players, you think of like Lampard. Okay, technically, but a physical specimen. Gerrard. I'm going to 2-foot you. I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? These are the English players that right?
Wayne Rooney.
Foden is like a Spaniard. He is finesse. He's skilled, high level IQ, and he's on the bench.
Yeah, no,
Because
I
of
mean,
that
I
deep.
think,
Because they can go out there tomorrow and go, yeah, we'll buy Semenyo. Yeah, we'll buy Guy. Yeah, we'll buy these guys. Like,
well,
that
I think
team's
in reality,
Man City's loaded.
Well, I think the good parity too is right. I think soccer players, it's a lot of mental, right? And I think it's very similar to like pitchers in baseball. And I think people underestimate in those two scenarios the changing of scenery, right? Even Gorkarez. Gorkarez started at Coventry, right?
Yeah.
Went off to Europe, developed, became a new guy, comes back to Arsenal, and now he's a full player. I do think that there is, but it's a risk. And I think Isak's going to look back and say, I should have stayed at Newcastle.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't think he should have said Newcastle. I think he could have
he
like
was a big fish though.
No, he was a big fish.
Yeah.
I'm saying
he was a big fish. I agree with you. He was a big fish.
I think what he did in Newcastle,
lost.
It should have, in every sense, it should have made sense at Liverpool, and it didn't. But if he would have went to Italy or Spain, if he was playing for Madrid right now, he'd probably have 20 goals.
Maybe. But that team is stacked. But I'm saying to you, like, why are you spending all the money on Isak when Ekitike is a very good 9.
No, I think Liverpool made the wrong move there. But like, if he was the 9 at this
Man U
maybe, but Man U at that time before Carr came in, Man U at that time was shit. And
Sesko's okay, but I'm saying
I think Sesko's pretty freaking good.
He's
but
good,
like,
but not great.
You can't have 2 9s. I'm saying, yeah, I agree with Lee. Isak probably should have stayed. They had Champions League football. They were there.
Yeah.
They're ready to build around him. They didn't, but you don't know the finances. Again, everybody
you
out
don't
there.
know.
We're gonna get off of soccer chat like 5 seconds because I know everybody out there besides us are probably bored by soccer chat. But I agree that like Isak in that move, it was a Newcastle move that like Newcastle's not hurting for money.
Yeah,
they're not.
They have Saudi oil money. Okay, they don't care. They have infinite money.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody out there, American sports people that don't know, there's no salary cap in soccer. Okay,
there's financial fair play, but there's no.
Fuck off. About again, we're talking about Man City. Villa's had to pay fines last 2 years. It's not a real thing. It's not a real fucking thing. Financial fair play in soccer is not a real fucking thing. It doesn't exist. Like they want to act like it's a thing, but it's not. The big clubs stay big. The medium clubs stay medium. The small clubs stay small. Financial fair play in European soccer in the Prem is not a thing. Can we agree on that? Everybody, can we all agree? It's not a real thing. Okay. So that being said, Newcastle has infinite money. They could have kept Isak. They probably should have. They did not. They didn't really have any return on that. They're going to be a mid-table team this year.
They
And they're
got
playing
quite a bit of
European.
money.
They're playing European football, but like
I
they're
don't
gonna
know. Like for me with that, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but Bobby, what's your take? My thing is like I don't want someone to be here that doesn't want to be here, right? And the prime example, and like you don't know the behind the scenes, right? And I think that that's like one thing that like Netflix has really done and Prime has done is like these all access shows. They're amazing, right? Because I fell even more in love with Arteta after how he handled Aubameyang. You don't want to be here,
Yeah.
don't be here. See you later. You
Yeah.
don't want to be here, see you later. And
Yeah.
you know, and I think that that's a big thing. What I don't understand with Newcastle, like I think Eddie Howe is a very good coach, but I don't think he's a great coach. And I think you're seeing that because he's able to motivate them for Champions League. They'll go out and score 7, 8 goals, but can't do dick in the EPL. And why aren't you playing Wissa and Walter Mati at the same time?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. I agree with you. I think Eddie Howe is a good coach that has great moments, but he's not a great coach. Okay.
Right.
So but I also know in the history of this game, I have seen players or coaches make choices and go to places and get lost.
Yeah.
Okay. And they don't have a chance to grow. And I sit there and I wonder, you know, is it the money? Is it you're ambitious? You want to go somewhere because you know you're capable? And then everything's got to line together. Like, is the manager going to believe in you and take, you know, and have faith in you to have like Gyökeres? I feel like he's a really good 9, but he's going to need time.
Yeah,
Arteta,
he's got to
you got to
adjust.
play him.
well,
thick
hey,
and
let
thin.
me say
Thick and
this.
thin, because
And
strikers. I know I was a striker most of my life. You are not going to always go out there and score those goals like Holland does. You know, you're going to
No.
have your moments. You're going to have your
But
moments where
Haaland-
you can, and you're going to be dry at times.
All right.
You might be dog shit for
Let
70
me-
minutes. Then you're going to be
Yeah.
great for 10 minutes.
let me
That's
say
what it
this,
is.
and we'll move off of soccer for a second. I think in all the sports, North America especially,
Mhm.
we're in a time right now that no one gets any time to be a coach anymore.
Yeah.
It's what have you
Yeah.
done for me lately?
Yeah.
In the Prem, in NFL, in
NFL,
college
yeah.
football, and
Yeah.
everything, basketball, whatever. To where guys come in and there's a system and you want to grow guys in. You can't just drop a guy into a team and go, well, you were a great striker at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be a great striker here. It doesn't work that way.
No.
But
Very rare. Very
but
rare.
very rare. There's no time for these guys now.
Yeah.
They go,
No.
hey, you've had a month. Why is he not scoring 20 goals? Why is he not scoring 10 goals?
Well, look
But
at
the
Messi.
NFL is the same way. The
Look
NFL.
at Messi. When he went to PSG, it was different. He was different.
Yes.
Like he had success, but he was not the guy we know.
No, he wasn't because he had to play a different role, different guys, everything else.
Plus,
Like,
he wasn't happy.
no,
He
he
wasn't
was
happy,
miserable.
so
So,
there
I'm
you go.
saying
That's
my
that.
thing is now it's too much in professional sports right now. It's too much of a knee jerk.
Mhm.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
fire this guy. Oh, they didn't deliver, fire him. And you're like, hey, can we just give a guy like a year, 2 years, maybe to like build his squad, bring in his guys, do something? Because it's not immediate, especially in the NFL. It's like in Europe, in soccer, sure, give a guy 2-3 years. They can bring in a few of their guys with transfers and anything else. The NFL, it's like you have to draft guys.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of free agency, but like the NFL to me is so much knee jerk to where it's like
And it's
we're
changing.
firing guys too often in the
Yeah.
NFL to where you're like, why?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they
I mean,
had a
even-
chance.
Like even look at Baltimore. Like I obviously I trust Steve Bisciotti. I know him. He's made his money hiring people, right? With Air Tech Systems, all that stuff. But you're firing John Harbaugh, who was 19 years of a stabilizer, right? Of a player's guy, of a winner. And it's
Yeah.
like it's crazy. I understand that at any given point, right? Ferguson, Harbaugh, Wenger, any coach will lose his voice eventually. And I understand that. But to your point too, like it's very dangerous to move away from stability
Yeah.
because
The
you're
grass isn't always greener. Like, why
Yeah.
are we thinking a new guy is gonna bring something new? It's like, no, like it might just be, hey, our left tackle got hurt. It might just be, hey, this other guy got hurt. Oh, we missed on our second round pick, or hey, we lost on the last second field. Oh, the kicker missed a field goal at this point that would have put us in the playoffs. Like, you have to take all that into consideration to where people just look at records and go, oh, you missed the playoffs, you're fired. Again, we joked about it. The Steelers Ravens game, the Ravens win that game, Harbaugh's not fired right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, we're putting jobs because a guy missed a field goal.
Well, and you got to remember too, like, and you're ignoring everything he did. Like John Harbaugh has won the most NFL playoff games on the road. What's the hardest thing to do? Win on the road, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we're gonna fire. And don't get me wrong, I liked the Jesse Mintner hire. He was number 3 of my top.
Jesse Minter's he's also a Michigan guy, so keep going.
Yeah, no, I think he was a great choice because he's familiar with the organization, whatever. And it's no disrespect to him. And I think the staff that they put together is amazing, right? But I think it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. Change isn't always the best thing, right? It can be, but like especially when you're talking about stability, I think the Ravens and Steelers are both at a very pivotal point of like moving on to the new thing. I think the Steelers are a little different. McCarthy's kind of like a bridge gap, but they need a lot more work than the Ravens do.
Well, they don't have a quarterback. We're going to the audience really quick, and I'm going to circle back to the Ravens. Caleb, what's out there from the audience? No, we got a lot.
All right, we're way back here.
We're way back. Sorry, there's a lot from the audience.
I'll just pick out a couple. Bill Cummers came on and said, thought this was a hockey feed.
Sorry, I can talk about hockey in a minute if you want to talk about hockey. We'll talk about hockey.
We also had Capco says, how about the other fantasy football?
Real fantasy football. Yeah, sorry, that's soccer.
We got Brian Medina says, Copper Canyon is my favorite cigar shop.
Thank you.
Got Chris Thompson came on and said, football.
Yeah.
Got Ken Londrigan said, good evening, all. Here, Greg Friend, we have Bobby. So good to see you, brother. Go Bears.
Hey, Greggy's out there. He probably left because we're talking about soccer, but yeah.
We got Ken Londrigan again. Said he gave up soda for Lent.
Okay.
Here, we got Jesus Fabian came on and said, first he said he's a Real Madrid fan, and then he also said that Joe looks really cute today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's trying to.
Boo on both accounts. Boo on both accounts.
Yeah,
exactly. Thank you. Yeah, again, I know we talked a lot of soccer. Bobby and Lee and I could talk soccer for the next 10 hours.
I do have a question for Lee, though.
Oh, all right, let's hear it.
Who's your favorite gunner, Lee?
My favorite gunner
time.
of all time. Oh,
all
man.
time. Think about it.
There's one answer. There's only one answer.
Well, there's there's another one because there was another one that I love.
I feel like there's one.
I'm not going to say Henry. You want me to say Henry, and I'm not going to do that.
I would say Henry.
He's fantastic, but there's another one.
My favorite. Oh man, that's so tough. Man, that's so tough. I'm a big soccer. I'm a big soccer fan.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think
that's okay.
And I think when it's all said and done, he will be the greatest. There's so many though.
Dude, Declan might be though. Declan Rice.
Declan's a different cat. I think soccer.
He's English. Talent. He's the captain.
Soccer's the talent. He could make a bigger name for himself in the World Cup. If he carries England to the final.
He won't.
To the final. My favorite gunner, Henry's unbelievable. I love Henry, right? But my favorite gunner is Bergkamp.
Bergkamp was amazing. The Flying Dutchman, dude.
Bergkamp.
Yeah, he. But I try not to be.
Goal.
Yeah, I mean, Declan Rice is definitely up there for me just because of you think of all the things we talked about with pressure, and he had an enormous price tag. And like people forget, like that's not the player's fault. But Declan Rice has turned into just an amazing talent, dude.
You could argue, Declan. There's a lot of big English transfers over the years. When we talk about Jack Grealish and all these other guys that spend a lot, you spend a lot of money for.
Let's not talk about Jack Grealish.
Well, I love Jack, but usually you overpay for English players. Okay,
you do. Yeah.
Every time. No. Declan Rice has been worth every penny. Declan Rice worth every penny. And I was anti. I said he's worth too much.
Yeah.
He's a okay mid. I would rather had like a.
He's
Garrett
gone to a next
Bowen
level.
Or this guy, whoever it was, but like Declan Rice has been worth every penny. He scored big goals. He holds that 6'8". No, I'm saying, but he's at. He holds
every minute. Man.
He plays 6. Incredible. He plays at 6, or he played the 8. He plays every minute. He wins the ball. He's positive forward. Declan Rice, he is a great player for Arsenal, and he holds that team together. He really does.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I think he's definitely.
Well, and I think that they're like even in the down years, I think there was a lot of overlooked players, right? Like Aubameyang really took a lot of thunder away from a lot of players. Aubameyang is one of the coolest creative people. I hate the attitude. I hate what he ended up doing to the team. But in reality, one of the most underrated players has been Lacazette. Lacazette was amazing, and
Yeah, like I said, was good.
he did a lot
Yeah.
of things that he didn't get credit for. But Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, like this is just a really cool team, man. It's just a
Yeah.
really fucking cool
I
team.
mean, I kind of want you to say Olivier Giroud. Giroud scored a goal
The
yesterday
Scorpion, the
for
Scorpion.
Lille. He's still playing for Lille. Villa has to play Lille
Yeah.
in
He's
Europa
got the
this
best
year.
hair, by the way.
Giroud is still
he's-
playing
He's got
soccer
the
right
best
now.
hair. He's got the best hair in the game by far.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Giroud's a legend. Giroud
I
is
don't
a
know about a
legend.
legend,
But I think Saka, I
Oh,
think
he's-
Saka just does everything. And he's so
Yeah.
good. And he's so young. And like he's just it's hard not to focus on Starboy, right? Because like he could have he's a resilient player. He's super fucking talented, man. And now that
Mhm.
he's got help, and I think when you're talking about strikers, like I think Gorka has showed a lot of value outside of goals, right? You got to worry
Right.
about him. So he frees up a lot of players. Like I hate this idea that, yeah, okay, maybe he doesn't have 20 goals, but Arsenal have like 6 players with like 8 or 10 goals, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
they share the ball. No, I
who
think Bobby and I
cares?
both agree. I think the most valuable player on that team besides Declan and Saka is probably Timber.
I
No,
love Timber.
Timber's amazing.
Timber's
I love
amazing.
Timber. He's my favorite. He's my favorite defender in the Prem League. I mean, I love the guy.
Well,
Guy's
well, and
amazing.
what I love about our defense is everyone was talking about so much about Saliba, and Saliba's good, but how great is Gabriel? Gabriel, like he showed
struggled.
it,
He struggled, right? He struggled like 3-4 years ago, right? He was like,
and
Oh
and
yeah,
now
okay.
he's the
get rid of
man.
him. Yeah, gone.
Now
Yeah,
he's
get rid of him.
now
Yeah,
he's the
down.
yeah,
man.
get rid of him. Yeah.
But now he shows the EPL how you beat Holland. You get in his head
Mhm.
and you get physical with him, and that kills me. I'm not a Holland fan. He's a cherry picker. He can finish, but just imagine, right, Bobby? Think about this. If Wayne Rooney was the size of Holland, he would have 1,000 goals.
oh, I agree with you. Yeah. He
He would
would.
have 1,000 goals. He
He
could
would.
beat
He
everyone
would.
7
He
on
would.
11.
He would.
He would run through him, around him, over him. Yeah, he would. Yeah, I agree 100% with you in that one.
We say about great strikers. I mean, Holland's a great talent, but like Timber is with that guy on the Arsenal team. There you go.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's
Well, you
one
know
of the
who-
best side backs in the world. He really is.
Bobby, you know who my favorite Arsenal player is, though, in all reality?
But
Is Leandro Trossard. I love watching him make people look dumb.
really,
You
Okay.
can never trap him. His footwork is fucking unbelievable. And imagine, right? And Bobby, you were a player, right? What's the worst thing that could happen to you in the 72nd minute? You see this little fucking Belgian guy come on that's going to run you ragged,
yeah,
and he's going to score immediately.
yeah. Yeah, I like Trossard. I mean, I think he needs to have a big year because he's the guy for Belgium, right? He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's their captain. De Bruyne's a little older. I mean, he's the next guy. He's taking on the torch. So he's going to be the guy.
He's
but
so good. He's so
yeah,
good.
yeah, and he's playing actually a position that I didn't think he would be playing. He plays wide because I do
Mhm.
believe he's an inner player. He's a guy that plays in the middle like Eze. They're inner
Yeah.
players. When they play underneath the forward, they're more creative. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because he's a good passer.
Well, the best thing I
But
love
Yuri,
about
but
him
Yuri,
is his
Yuri
footwork.
Tielemans is hurt. The Belgian team right now. The Belgian team's
Yeah.
not going to do anything. Yuri's
I don't know.
hurt. The
Yeah,
Bruyne's
it's gonna be
older. The
Trossard.
Belgian team will be fine, but they're not doing anything.
It's going to be all Trossard. It's going to be Trossard.
It'll be
is.
him. He's the guy. He's the guy. I mean, they got probably the best goalkeeper in the world, I believe. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
after that,
Courtois is amazing. But I'm saying the problem for Belgium right now, the problem for Villa, Yuri Tielemans is a big part of that team.
Yeah.
And Yuri Tielemans is a big part of Belgium. And you have him hurt, and like they're going to struggle.
Yeah, they might be out quick. I don't know.
I'm going to be out
Yeah.
quick because the American World Cup is like almost
Well, after you
almost
get through the first round.
almost
right?
everybody's gonna make the knockout.
yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
tournament
Yeah.
where it's like you're gonna have these shit teams. Like a lot of people are gonna make the knockout. After that, you won't make the
That's
first.
when.
right?
Yeah, that's when.
All right,
yeah, the
let's-
first knockout.
game.
Yeah,
About
like
the-
Joe,
yeah,
let's
exactly.
move. Joe, let's move on to the bane of my existence. I've been worried about this top 5 list.
I was explaining to somebody yesterday about the World Cup, and I was like, "Hey, look, the World Cup's gonna be great. We all love the World Cup. It's really fun. It's not Euro Cup.
Yeah.
Euro Cup is a bloodbath. Like everybody's good. The World Cup,
Yeah.
you get through. You play some bad teams, you're fine. You get through with some bad performances in the World Cup because
We
you
used
run
to-
you run to like Australia and Panama and New Zealand or whoever. Like those are mid teams. Euro Cup, nobody's bad.
Yeah.
In Euro Cup,
It's pretty
everybody's good. Yeah, your down game is against like Denmark.
Yeah.
Like Denmark's good. Slovakia is good.
What about
Like,
Greece?
Greece is there.
They're there.
Like,
They're good.
They're there. Like everybody's good in Euro Cup. It's like World Cup becomes a fight in every game. The World Cup is gonna be great. We're all looking forward to it. I can't wait for the World Cup. Obviously, we all hope US does well. We all want the US to do well.
Yeah,
I think they have the squad where
They do. They have talent.
I mean, what's
This is
the
best
bar?
team. This is the best team we've had in a long time.
It's the best
Yeah,
team
I
for
agree.
talent. What's the bar for the U.S. men's national team for the World Cup? Top 8?
Top
They
8
gotta
will
make the
be-
Top 8 good?
We'll
They gotta
be
make
good.
the quarters.
Top 8's good.
We'll be good. They have potential to sting somebody. It just all comes down to matches. Like who you going to match up with?
Sure.
You know, I mean, you
Yeah,
end
I
up
mean, think
facing
about it this way, right?
Argentina
This
might
is,
be different.
Right.
You know?
this is the most experienced talent we've ever had. You have more European players playing in top flight football in the world than ever before, and it's
But
amazing.
we need Weston McKennie to be healthy.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. he's-
Weston McKennie is
he's
killing
having a
it.
year.
He's having a year.
He's having a year.
McKennie's killing it. Pulisic is killing it.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
need
yeah.
these guys to stay healthy. Like I would love
Mulligan's playing well too.
no Belgium's playing well, but
man.
I want Juve to sit Weston for the next like 4 months. Like
Yeah.
don't let him
Don't
play.
let him get hurt.
Put him in the cast and let him sit over there.
Mhm.
I want the United States players to not be hurt by the time the World Cup comes around. Put them in a bubble
Yeah,
or
That's
something
right.
because
exactly.
if Weston McKennie pulls his hammy in May,
We're in
I'll be like,
trouble.
God damn it.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
No, he's a player.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a
definitely-
player. And that Juve team's a very mid Juve
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
They'll,
And
they're
he's
not
killing
great.
it.
fight. They'll fight for top 4.
They will. All right. I know Kale, what's out there from the chat?
All right, let's see. Up a little bit again. We got Michael Miranda came on and said, Declan, stop.
That's right.
Then Rungi said, yes, Declan.
Yeah, of course.
Then
Yeah.
Miranda said he's busting out the Weller 12.
Love it.
Let's see here. Bill Comer came on and said, enough freaking soccer already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No more soccer. Let's talk NFL. We have our top 5 from Lee tonight. So Lee has a top 5 list. We love to talk American football.
Yeah.
On this podcast. And actually, Bobby, I might put
I'm
you
a-
on the spot.
I am a fanatic Philadelphia.
All right. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about it.
Okay.
Lee is going to give me his top
Go Eagles.
5 Ravens of all time. So while he's doing that,
Whoa.
I need you to think about your top 5 Eagles of all time.
Oh man.
So you give yourself a thought. So Bobby's going to think for a second.
Ooh.
Lee, I know you have the list. I know it took you a long time. Lee Marsh, your top 5 Baltimore Ravens of all time. Let's start with your number 5.
You're killing me, right? And for those
That's
that
why
know,
you're
I'm-
here.
I'm close with the Ravens organization. A lot of these guys are my friends. I'm gonna catch a fuck ton of shit for this list. But I've been obviously I'm from Baltimore, like I've been around the team since '96, so it's difficult. Number 5, I have to go Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar Jackson is one of the most generational talents of all time, right? Like he's just fun to watch. He does things, I played football for a very long time. He does things that just break your brain. So Lamar has to make the list. 2-time MVP, just doing things that are like unreal.
I don't disagree. And actually, I wanted to bring it up earlier when we were talking about the hardball firing. I
Yeah.
was going to say to you, does anybody in the room, anybody out there, does anybody think Lamar was healthy last year?
He wasn't. He wasn't healthy.
wasn't.
I know. And
He-
I think
he wasn't.
And
He
I think
wasn't.
what you saw last year was the accumulation of injuries, right? And two, let me be honest with you. No football player is healthy through the whole season. You're just not, right? It's a very physical and tiring game. But then when you miss time, especially in timing, but you could see the acceleration and the choice to run and what he was doing, it didn't look right, I do think that there were some failures in coaching. They should have ran the ball more when he was out. And I think you win 3 of those games and it's a different story. But, either way, I mean, but Lamar Jackson's a 2-time MVP and arguably should have been a 3-time MVP. So yeah, I mean, he's got to make the list. And this is based off of like my favorites in terms of like what they accomplished for the team and their meaningfulness to the team, not necessarily the best players, right? Some of them are the best players, but Lamar Jackson's number 5.
I like it. I like it. And again, I don't disagree. I can't. And again, when you're talking about Harbaugh earlier, I was like, man, like that's the hardest thing about him getting fired was like, we all knew everybody watching football last year, we all knew Lamar wasn't healthy. We watched football and we're like, he's not the same Lamar. He's not healthy. You're like, oh, well, they're not doing enough at offense. You're like, yeah, but he's not healthy. It's like firing Harbaugh on that to me felt like a knee-jerk thing because I thought, yeah, but if Lamar's healthy, they win 2, 3, 4 more games than they would have normally won. Like he wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
And that felt like, again, I think Minter's a really good coach. I think the Ravens will be fine. But get rid of Harbaugh when your QB's not healthy is like, imagine if Patrick Mahomes wasn't healthy for a whole year and they're like, Andy Reid, get out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Well, it
did. Well, but McNabb wasn't banged up at the time.
Yeah.
But imagine that now. Imagine now.
He couldn't win the big one. He couldn't win the big one. So therefore, his time has run.
But Harbaugh's already won the big one.
He has. And I think, but Bobby, to that question, how many people never win it? To win it one time is enough. Right. And I think you got to wrap in the fact that, dude, Lamar gets criticisms that no other quarterback in the history of the NFL get, right? And I think it's tough because I do think he has to win for his legacy, but it shouldn't have to be that way, right? He's doing things that no one else is going to be able to do. When he's done, there's going to be a rushing record for quarterbacks that's never going to be broken, ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Ever.
Yeah. No, it'll never be broken. Never be broken.
I agree.
So number 4.
Bobby, do you have your list yet?
I got
in your head?
Brain.
In your brain?
Yeah.
Bobby, do you want to do your number 5 Eagle of all time?
My 5 Eagle of all time is going to be Wilbert Montgomery.
Oh,
okay.
Wilbert Montgomery. Were you guys born then?
No.
You guys weren't
born?
I doubt it.
I love Wilbert Montgomery. He was one of my favorite Eagle players. Incredible running back.
Okay.
It's going to be hard because Shady was one of my favorites too, but Wilbert's going to be the guy.
Okay. So that's Bobby's side. So, Lee, what is your number 4 Baltimore Raven of all time?
Number 4 is probably going to turn some heads, but my number 4 is Anquan Bolden. Anquan Bolden did some things for the Ravens. Like that 2012 run with him and Flacco was just amazing. Like that dude was just unbelievable. He caught everything, went across the middle. He was everything we haven't had, and we haven't had it since. Anquan Bolden was he's a good person. I like that too. But just like a phenomenal run. Based off the 2012 run alone for the Super Bowl, Anquan Bolden was amazing. He should have never been traded. Eric DeCosta said that. I agree with him 100%. I think that was a misstep. You cut somebody else. But Anquan Bolden, he was dependable. When Flacco needed a guy, he was the guy. Like I'm a Bolden guy forever. Right? Without him, we don't win the Super Bowl. We don't win the Super Bowl.
No respect. And again, before we get to Bobby's number 4, again, all the Stolen Throne cigars on the website, shop.covercane tobacconists, our website tonight, 30% off. So all the Throne stuff tonight is 30% off. We do have the giveaway. So the big Gurkha humidor, which is worth $2,000. I'll try to lift it up. Oh, it's huge. It's got 80 cigars in it. 80 cigars in it. I'm giving that away next Saturday. So right now, how you can win that is you share this video, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the way to be entered, pretty much. If you want to comment on the YouTube or the Facebook or the Instagram, you get another entry. That's the way to win that humidor. So do that. It's 80 cigars and it's a giant humidor. Why not win it? And again, all the Stolen Throne stuff, 30% off right now. 5-packs, bundles, Preakness, and Argos. They're 30% off until midnight. So why would you not? If you guys don't, I'll probably buy one for myself because I smoke. Again, I'm smoking Crook of the Crown right now. So the Crook is what I'm smoking. Lee, are you still smoking your original one right now?
Yeah, I'm still smoking. Yeah,
I'm on my second Crook. By Smoke Fast. So Crook is awesome. Mexican San Andreas out of the Rojas factory, made by Stolen Throne. So again, we love Stolen Throne. Find them on the website. We're gonna do an event with Lee this year.
Yeah,
Lee's gonna travel to Fort Wayne, and you can meet him and talk soccer and bullshit. And to everybody out there that doesn't want to talk about soccer, then fuck you. I guess I don't really care. Because we love all sports. Again, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm a big football fan.
I love soccer,
American
but like
football,
we
so-
watch NFL and
Yeah.
NHL and soccer and baseball. I bleed
Yeah.
Tigers. I bleed Lions.
Yes.
Like you know me.
Philly, yeah.
You know me.
Yeah, I know you.
Like I love all my
Michigan.
teams. I'll talk Red Wings hockey all freaking night. I'll talk
Yes.
Lions football all
Yes.
freaking night. I'll talk about the Tigers rotation. I'll talk about Villa soccer.
Yeah.
I'm not just a soccer nerd.
Yeah.
We love all sports. Kale, what's out there from the socials?
We got Michael Baranda that came on and said Bolden facepalm.
Oh, he did not like the Anquan Bolden pick, apparently,
Then
from
we
me.
also got Ken Londrigan said share it where. I think he wants some clarification on the
Just share
giveaway.
it. Just share it on your socials. So you share it. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, just hit share on your socials. If you're on YouTube, you just hit subscribe. That's all you have to do. You share it to your people on your feed. Whoever wants to see it, just hit the share thing. It goes out there to your friends. Just share it, and you're in the drawing for the Gurkha Humidor. That's all you have to do. Not hard. Again, even if you go to our YouTube channel right now on YouTube, Copper Cane Cigar Chat, hit subscribe. You're in for the drawing. So do that. Bobby, what is your number 4 Eagle of all
Oh
time?
man, it's tough. Going to have to go with Harold Carmichael.
Okay.
Wow.
Love Carmichael.
Again, he also played in black and white football. Bobby.
Going old school.
I'm joking.
Going old school.
And also Kale, who's in here. Kale's our producer. He's the other guy on the mic tonight. Kale is a massive Eagles fan as well.
No way.
Yeah.
Go
So,
Birds.
so
Go Birds.
it's really weird that we have 2 big Eagles fans in here. This was not
Go
playing.
Birds.
This was not
Did you-
playing.
did
This was
you
not
see
playing.
the,
It was
did
not
you see
playing
the,
tonight. No.
Did you see the Super Bowl logo colors for next year?
Are they green and white?
They are orange and green. Broncos, Eagles, baby.
Oh God.
Broncos, Eagles. Lee.
That's right. There's a conspiracy
Nah.
theory about that.
It might be.
It's
Might
gonna
be.
be. We're
It could
coming
be.
back.
It could be.
We have off year and then we come back.
No, that's how they do it. Yeah. So again, I have 2 guys in the studio right now who are both big Eagles fans, which leaves terrible. Also, let's get to your number 3. Who's your number 3 Baltimore Raven of all time?
Well, I
you.
stand by my choices, and even for me being a defensive guy, I went 2 offensive guys, and I'm going back to the right side of the ball. Number 3 has to be T Sizzle, Terrell Suggs. Just
Terrell
a
Suggs.
just a
Yeah.
monster on the edge, and just an incredible talent. You know, I believe his sack record is still the same. Is still standing in NCAA. Just a phenomenal talent, right? Like he was amazing. Sizzle was insane.
No, he was a monster. And all those years on that team, especially, like Suggs was that guy that everybody feared off the edge for the Ravens. Like, you can't argue with that. I mean, he was a monster for any generation. He was awesome. Oh, Kale, what's out there from the community? We have more comments, apparently.
We had Rungy came on and said if Bobby doesn't name Reggie White, he's a loser.
Number one. He's a
Okay, well,
loser.
Bobby
He's a
said
loser.
it's probably coming up. Bobby just gave me hand signal that Reggie White's probably on the list.
I'm glad Rungy acknowledged.
I would hope he's on the
Okay.
list.
Well, wait, no. Again, we're not telling you where it's at, but
The
Bobby
Ministry
nodded
of
me
Defense.
off camera. It's probably there.
Gotta be on that.
Probably there. Again, we did this last week. Kyle and I were here last week on Smoke Night Live, and I had multiple people. Again, Kyle was doing his top Chicago athletes of all time. I had so many texts from people that are like, if Kyle doesn't have Michael Jordan at number 1, I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Of course, I mean, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not doing Kyle's list, but I'm guessing Michael Jordan's probably gonna be number 1.
Number 1.
Like, why are we worrying about it? Like, what are we doing? I did, and again, I had a lot of people giving me shit because I had Barry at number 2 on
You're an
mine
idiot.
last
You're an
week.
idiot.
Oh,
You're an idiot.
I did. I had Barry at 2.
Who's
okay.
number 1?
Steve Eiserman.
You're an
It's
idiot.
pretty amazing.
I did. Stop it. Stop.
You're
Because
an idiot.
I hung out with Eiserman.
Steve Eisman won 3 Stanley Cups.
He was
He played his
amazing.
whole career in Detroit.
He was amazing.
He's
You're
now
an idiot.
GM. Like Steve
You're an
Eisman. I'm not an idiot. Steve Eisman brought
He was
they
amazing.
were called the Dead Wings before Steve Eisman came there and won the cups there. Barry Sanders, I love Barry Sanders. I think he's the best running back in the history of football. I think he's one of the best football players I've ever seen in my life. But
Second best running back of all time.
he's not. He's the best.
Walter
And
Payton.
He's not better than Walter Payton. He's not better than Walter
he's the
Payton.
best.
Sweet
Ba-
news.
All right. Anyways,
Walter Payton. Man.
Barry Sanders is the best running back ever. And
Okay.
He never won
A
anything.
bit biased.
Barry never won anything.
Detroit
So
sucked.
They did. They had a bunch of plumbers playing O-line for Barry, but Steve Eisman
Dude was running for his
the
life.
best. But Steve Eisman brought the Red Wings back, and he won cups there. So
Yeah,
I
no
said,
one
in my
gives a
lifetime,
Boo.
in my
No one gives
lifetime,
a shit about the
in my
Wings.
lifetime, Steve Eisman's the best Detroit athlete of all time. That's what I said,
I agree.
and
Boo
people got
this
pissed
man.
at me.
Boo
What?
this man. Boo this man. Boo.
Why are you mad at me? What do you know about Detroit sports? Stop it. Like, I can be honest about it.
I like Iserman. I hung out with Iserman. He's a good one.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Was
During
that,
that time, I was there during that
here's
time.
here's the true test. Here's the true test, Joe. Was Al Kaline on your list?
No, I did my era. I
You're
did
an
from
idiot.
like 90 on. I didn't have
Yeah,
Ty
you're an
Cobb
idiot.
and Joe Louis on there. No, it was
So-
like, well, Joe Louis is the best heavyweight boxer of all time from Detroit. Like, it
Well,
was.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
We
a funny
live our
story.
era.
I'll tell you a funny story about my grandfather. My grandfather's favorite story about Al Kaline was that, he graduated, he left right field from Mount St. Joe's in Baltimore and then went to right field for Tigers and never left, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't even have on the list.
I
18
love
years
that
old
guy.
in the major leagues.
Our whole prereq for our list was guys that we saw play. So it was
All right.
90 on. It wasn't like I couldn't say Joe Louis, Ty Cobb, Al Kaline, these great, these great Detroit players, Gordie Howe. Of course, say Gordie Howe, but I said our list was 90 on guys that we saw play.
All right.
That's how we did it. That's how we did it. So
I'm doing the same. I'm
so
going
give me a
who
little
I
bit.
saw.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going by
know.
who I saw.
Bobby's doing
Montgomery.
from 1950 on.
Yeah,
for the Cleveland Eagles.
1950, but
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, I got one. I got a
Post
quick story.
World War II.
I got a quick story. So I'm playing for the Detroit Rockers. I'm playing professionally, and we play Chicago, right? I'm in Chicago, and we just finished the game, showered, got out of the locker room, and about to walk out, and I'm not really paying attention. And this guy walks up with his kid, and he's got the program already out with my name, my picture, and he's trying to get my autograph. So I'm like getting the autograph, right? I'm signing the program and so forth. I look at the kid, and then I look up to the dad. You know who the dad was?
Who was it?
Walter Payton.
That's awesome.
How cool is that? I was
That's
like,
very
I
cool.
was frozen. I was frozen for a minute. I'm like, you're Walter Payton. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why am I signing? What? I
Sweetness.
need your autograph.
I know.
Man. I need
No,
your,
I
and
get-
I'm looking, and we didn't have cell phones and all that stuff back then, So I'm like, I'm looking for paper, trying to get his autograph because I'm like, this dude was amazing.
No, when I really argue with people about running backs, I love Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was awesome. I think for me, it's Walter Payton, and Jim Brown, and Barry Sanders. Those are the three.
Yeah.
Walter Payton was amazing, dude.
And then for a small time, you could argue Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
As just a physical
Yeah,
freak.
he was a physical.
But
He's
it's
a
really
physical
Walter.
freak.
Yeah,
He-
so it's really for me. It's Walter Payton, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders are the three.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
hear Emmett Smith. I don't want to ever
No.
hear Emmett Smith.
Yeah.
I don't wanna hear that.
For me, the next one up would be Marshall Faulk, and the reason I say that is, as
I would say LaDainian Tomlinson over Marshall Faulk.
I wouldn't, and here's why. Here's why I wouldn't. I don't think LaDainian Tomlinson is far off, but the reason I say Marshall Faulk is Marshall Faulk was the first true modern running back, right? He was the first guy catching out of the backfield and doing all these extra things that you have to do now, right?
Right.
Like there wouldn't be a Jameer Gibbs, there wouldn't be a LaDainian Tomlinson without a Marshall Faulk. Now, I think your top three are cemented. We can argue, but I was a huge Barry Sanders fan, but he's number two. Sweetness was everything, right? Like sweetness.
Okay.
was-
I agree. I agree.
Hey, I
I'm with you. I feel the same. Payton,
really. So
number
you
one.
guys are Walter Payton's one.
Jim Brown, but I didn't see
Really,
Jim Brown enough.
you guys are that cemented
But
that Walter Payton's better than Barry
Walter
Sanders.
Payton was
Really?
Yeah.
Barry Sanders was a freak too, but Walter Payton didn't even have a line, man. That guy was
What
unbelievable.
line did Barry Sanders had?
Well, okay, we can argue
Yeah.
that. but
Barry
I think
Sanders
Barry
had
Sanders-
nothing.
the other guy that I thought was phenomenal was Eric Dickerson. I loved
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, can't argue
I
that.
thought he was
The only
amazing.
thing that kills me about Eric Dickerson is the same thing that kills me about Derrick Henry. They run so upright. So like they're terrible at the goal line.
Their style,
But
their style.
they run so upright.
But Barry's style's never been Like
Yeah.
no one's ever done that. Like Barry would
he
break
was a truck.
Barry,
He was a truck.
but
and
Barry
his
Barry would
lateral
break,
movement
but
was
Barry Sanders would break
sick.
6 tackles and gain 3 yards.
Yeah.
Because their
That's
line
right.
was so fucking dog shit. Like
Mhm.
He was
Yeah,
like
Barry,
exactly.
Barry, I remember the best quote I saw on an NFL Films thing was there's a linebacker from like the Buccaneers talking at some point. And he was like, my coach told me if I miss Barry, just stay there because he'll probably come back.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what the linebacker said. You're like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like,
How
he was
about
like
this one?
he'll probably come back. Like he will juke.
He was pretty amazing too. How about Earl Campbell? Earl Campbell was
Earl
amazing.
Campbell was insane. Earl Campbell
He
was
he was
insane.
amazing too, man. Like he was incredible. Like there was some great running backs back then. Great running
Yeah.
backs.
There's still great running
Bobby,
backs now.
They are
Bobby,
now.
But
Bobby,
but
who's your
now they
number
won't
3?
play. They won't play for 10 years. Are we on Bobby's 3? You had your
Third one for me is Kelsey. Love
what?
Kelsey.
Jason
yeah.
Kelsey. Wow.
Love the man. I love the man. Jason
Surprising me,
Kelsey's
but
my
solid.
third.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Kale in the studio agrees as well. So Jason Kelsey,
I
good
don't
3.
know if I would have went 3, but
Wow. Okay. Very
Jason
good
Kelsey.
Eagle. Won Super Bowl, has a good podcast.
Yes, love the man.
He's doing a lot
Love
now.
the man.
That's
the guy was
fun.
amazing.
he was pretty cool. The parade, he was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he
I
drank-
was
he-
at that
yeah.
parade.
Bobby
I was
was-
at that parade. I was right at the steps listening to his friggin'. He was wearing
Yeah.
a mummers. He was wearing a mummers friggin' costume, and the mummers
Right.
parade
Yeah,
is
pretty
like
awesome.
gigantic in Philly during New Year's Day.
Love it.
He was amazing, man. I love the man.
No,
For sure.
respect.
Number 3.
What's out there from the interwebs, Kale?
We got Snell came on and said, "Yo, Lee."
What's up, Snell?
We got Michael Baranda came on and said, "I'm still trying to wrap my mind around Bolden over Ogden." Then we got several people coming on and saying, "Sweetness is the man." Seems like
Wow,
a lot,
okay.
a lot of backing on that.
Again, no, I think Walter Payton's a great 2 or 3. It's not Barry Sanders, but believe what you want.
That's okay.
It's fine. Believe what you want.
Ogden, I know Jonathan
Who do we
Ogden.
want?
That's one of the ones I'm gonna get shit about. I know Jonathan is an awesome dude, but like Bolden was just an impact player. Without him, we don't win the Super Bowl. That's just fact.
Yeah.
Like period.
No, I like that pick for you because it means what it was for you and your team and what it meant at
That's
that
right.
moment.
That's all that
right.
matters. That's all that matters.
That's all that
Because
matters.
you live Baltimore, and you know, just
Yeah.
like with me, like nobody knows Wilbur Montgomery. I mean, but he was the guy that I followed. I loved. He was a great
Yeah.
running back for Philadelphia. And there's other guys you can look at, but Carmichael, you were like, who the hell's Carmichael? You you live your team,
Right.
man.
That's right.
And so why-
it's my,
why-
it's my
why-
top
well,
5.
last-
Suck it.
Last week on my Detroit athletes, I didn't have Megatron.
Really?
You
No.
idiot. You're such an idiot, dude. Joe,
Stop
this is
it.
why.
Megatron,
This is
man.
why.
No, I
this
didn't.
is-
I didn't.
this
I
is-
didn't.
this
And
is-
if people,
This
no,
is
people give me
exactly-
shit. I had
This is
I had
exactly
3.
why I'm the
I had
favorite son. This is
I had
exactly why I'm the
3.
favorite
No,
son.
Rick wouldn't disagree. I had 3 Red Wings because
Idiot.
the Red Wings won titles. So I had Lindstrom, Datsuk, and Eisman in my top 5 for my era because
You're
they won
punishing-
titles and they were the best.
You're
Nicholas
punishing one of the
Lindstrom-
greatest athletes. You're
Nicholas,
punishing one of
yeah,
the good-
sure, yeah. Calvin was the best wide receiver in football for 8 years. Nicholas Lindstrom in 21 seasons never missed the playoffs and won the Norris Trophy like 8 times. He's the best defenseman
No
probably in
one
the history of
cares.
hockey. What?
No one cares.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, Lee, we talked about soccer for 40 fucking minutes tonight. You want to talk about no one cares? Like, tell me about no one cares. Like, we had people comment on our channel about no one cares.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about hockey for a minute, okay? Like, my hockey, my Detroit, like, bias, if I look at my lifetime of a Detroit fan, I'm like, yeah, I probably like Red Wings more than the Lions and the Tigers because the Lions and the Tigers and the fucking Pistons haven't won fucking shit in 40 years.
Bad boys.
Yeah. So I'm going to put Bill Lambier over Nick Lindstrom. Stop it.
Yeah.
Nick Lindstrom's got 3 cups. Steve Ryan's
No,
going to
you
have 3
didn't put
cups.
Calvin
This
Johnson
guy's a
on the list.
championship.
You got Isaiah Thomas. You got Joe Dumars.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Isaiah
Joe.
Thomas
You're-
over Steve Eisman. Tell me about it.
No, I
Again,
wouldn't.
Yeah.
take my list and take it to Detroit and then tell me where's the problem. It's not.
I
It's
agree.
not a problem.
I agree.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you're
I,
right.
I,
You're
I
right,
the
Joe.
hardest thing I had a problem with was Miguel Cabrera versus Justin Verlander. I put Miggy at 5, but I said to people, if JV takes us to a playoff this year, Justin Verlander's up there.
How about them
MVP?
2014 Orioles, though? How about them 2014 Orioles, though, Joe?
Don't even start. Don't even do that to me. Don't even do that. Fucking Orioles.
Yeah,
Don't
I
even do
kept
that.
hearing, oh yeah, we got Verlander, we got Scherzer, we got Price. They all got their asses whipped in Charm City.
Yeah, we did.
But
I watched those games. I was there, Lee. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was
I
there.
was there. I
Trust
was in
me.
the stands.
Every time a guy comes up to me and tells me about how my team lost, I'm like, yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
But I've had people. I
But-
was at the Michigan Appalachian State game with my dad when we lost that game. Rick and I were there, like half drunk at that game. So people go to me like, hey, remember when Michigan lost to Appalachian State? I'm like, yeah, I was there. Like, no, you weren't. I'm like, yeah, I'm actually still friends with a couple Appalachian State guys I met at the tailgate before that game. I was there.
But how pissed was Rick though?
And you know what the worst part about that game was?
Hmm.
We lost that game to App State, the biggest upset in the history of college football, right? But at that time, Rick and I, we had season tickets for Michigan football. We went back the next week to watch us play Oregon and lose by like 20. Like that was worse than the App State game. Like it's in August, early September, it's hot as shit, and you lose to App State and it's deflating, but you still have tickets for the next game. You have to go there and play Oregon, and they beat the fuck out of us. And you're like, oh, now this season really sucks. That was more deflating than the App State game. So I was there for the Appalachian State game, and the quarterback for Oregon, he played in the NFL. Downs, what was his name? Really athletic quarterback. They beat us they kicked the shit out of us that game. Yeah, that was worse than the App State game because we were never in it. But
how
what's out
pissed
there
was
from
Rick?
the interwebs?
How pissed was Rick?
Oh, Rick, Rick's pretty flat, man. You know my dad. Rick's like,
Yeah.
well,
my
I
dad.
didn't think we did anyways. Rick's that guy, like, if you go to a game there's not a good game to go to with Rick unless you already have the room for the night. Because if you're up by a lot by halftime, Rick's looking at his watch and he's like, let's get out of here. And we're like, wait, we just drove up. Like, what are we doing? Rick's like, yeah, let's beat the traffic. Let's leave. And if you're losing, Rick does the same thing. He's like, let's get out of here. Let's beat the traffic. So there's not
Close game, huh?
yeah.
Let me tell you my favorite story about Rick, right? And this is another reason why I'm the favorite son. I come out to do an event in Fort Wayne a couple years ago. I think it was last year or the year before. Rick got really excited because he found his Jägermeister machine. And guess
Also, side note, my dad and Lee's dad at this point, Rick Pasquale, Rick loves Jägermeister. None of us are sure why. He loves Jägermeister. Loves it.
Guess what son wouldn't drink Jägermeister with his dad? It wasn't me.
Me.
Rick,
Yes, me. Yes.
me
So
and Dad,
I'm not a college kid. I'm like, Rick, I don't want to drink Jägermeister.
me and Dad killed a fifth that night, and we had a great time. And we talked about why I was the better son. But in reality, that's cool, Joe. You're wrong. You're right, man. One of the greatest athletes to ever play football. Yeah, fuck him. He's not on the list. That's why you guys lost.
No,
It's karma.
Yeah, sure.
It's karma.
Oh, you're right.
So my number two. Is this is easy. My number two is the greatest. Number two is the greatest linebacker to ever live was Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis. Yeah, no, I mean,
Amazing.
there's no disagreement here. I mean, Ray Lewis is terrifying.
Sideline to
He's
sideline,
def-
did everything, reinvented himself.
Yeah, he's the reason the hit stick was on Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the Madden video games, like he's the reason they put hit stick on Madden. Like Ray Lewis is a monster.
He's a monster.
He just did ridiculous things, man. Like I remember when we were the first ever 60 to win the Super Bowl, and he took the ball out of Eddie George's hand and returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
No,
he's a freak. Ray Lewis, iconic Baltimore player. Bobby, what do you got for your number two? Eagle player. Number two Eagle player of all time.
Number two Eagle player, Dawkins. Dawkins is
Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins.
Car, dude. That dude. He's freaking amazing, man. He was amazing.
No, Brian Dawkins. And also a player that most of us saw play football.
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins is awesome. He was. Okay, what's out there from the multiverse?
We have your Gurkha rep, KCK, checking in on the chat.
Oh, hey, Casey. Again, we're giving away the big humidor tonight. If you're joining us, again, even after tonight, if you share this video and subscribe on YouTube, you're going to win this. Well,
Heavy.
you have a chance. Have a
Heavy.
chance. It's very heavy. It's a giant massive humidor. It's got 80 cigars in it. So this is the Year of the Dragon. Oh, Year of the Dragon humidor. I know it's hard to have open. So there's 4 different 20 packs out here. So this is their Year of the Dragon release. So you have these 4 20 packs. You got 20 pack from this was their EPC, Oliva, Oscar, AJ Fernandez. They're in there. So it's a great humidor. It's huge.
Massive.
It's massive.
Massive.
Wherever you win this, we're gonna ship it to you. So if you're in Arkansas, Hawaii, if you're in Alaska, probably not. Whatever. But we will find a way to get it to you. So you subscribe, share this video, comment on either Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You're in the drawing. So if you do all of them, you have more entries. So just do it. We have a week to do it. Next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, I'm going to announce who the winner is, and then I'm going to ship it to you. So we're going to do that. And next Saturday, we'll probably talk about more bullshit. So who knows? Villa will probably be 5th by then, and we'll talk about more football and stuff like that. So you have a chance to win this thing. So please find a way to subscribe, build this up, because we're going to give away stuff every time we do these live events. Every opportunity. Like tonight, again, Stolen Throne, Lee's on with us. 30% off everything tonight on the channel. So if you go to the website right now, shop.coppercanesmagnets.com, everything on the website until midnight is 30% off. So a 5-pack, a bundle, a Preakness box, it's all 30% off just for tonight. So grab those tonight, and then next week we give this thing away. So that's our pitch. We're going to do more football. We're at the number 1 for Lee.
Yeah.
Or Lee's number 1. Lee's number 1 Baltimore Raven of all time.
I mean, if you know anything about me, you know my number 1 is going to be the greatest safety of all time, Ed Reed. He's a good friend of mine. I have to. He's the greatest playmaker of all time. Like, he's just amazing, right? It's not just because he's my friend, but like, we're close, obviously. But his ball skills, his ability, the block punts, the interception returns, he was just unbelievable. He's a game changer. And the greatest quarterback of all time has it written in his wristband, find 20 on every play.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. Ed Reed, it's easy. It's not even close.
No. Hearing Peyton Manning talk about Ed Reed was like funny, because Ed Reed is different. And you and I have both sat with Ed Reed, and he is one of the best dudes to sit and hang out with in the industry, or not. I won't say industry, just ever. Ed Reed is such a great guy. He's fun to hang out with. He talks ball. He's really genuine. Where you look at him, you go, dude, like, you were one of the best football players I've ever seen.
That's
and
right.
You're just like a normal guy to hang out with.
Yeah, he hangs out here all the time at Throne headquarters, drinks all my whiskey and smokes cigars. Big fan of the Crook, obviously, but yeah, Ed's a phenomenal person outside of football. Obviously, I'm on the board of the Ed Reed Foundation. We do a ton for the community in Baltimore and New Orleans. A wonderful human being, but literally one of the greatest football players I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I can't disagree. And Bobby, what's your number 1 Eagle of all time?
Jake Elliott. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course, Reggie White,
The minister.
by far the man, by far the greatest Eagle.
And that's fine.
Can't argue.
There's no argument there. I mean,
No
it's
argument.
Reggie White. Yeah, that's fine.
I might have to give Randall Cunningham a mention.
I mean, there's a lot. You
I
can
know,
talk
there's
about
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
them.
guys.
It's
No,
hard
you
when
guys have a
pick
lot, and
five.
I mean,
Foles.
McNabb. I love McNabb. I mean, I love Nick Foles. He was.
That's what's hard. Like this week, I did an episode. It'll be out there in a week or two with Tyler from Espinosa, and he did his top 5 Steelers, right, of all time.
They
And
all
he
suck.
had a lot,
They all
right?
suck.
Well, whatever. He had a lot. I did my top 5 Lions, and I was like, I'm like Herman Moore, Johnny Moore. Like I was
Charlie
stretching, man.
Yeah,
I was
Charlie
telling you right, little Lee, I was stretching because he's like naming Steeler greats of all time, and I'm like, Night Train, Bobby Lane. Like it was bad, dude. Like, and I love the Detroit Lions, and he's naming.
Apparently you don't,
Well,
because Calvin Johnson wasn't on your list.
I said my Detroit athletes. We're talking about just Lions, and I was like, man, it's hard. Like when you just go just Lions, yeah, like the Lions are we've had a lot of years. A lot of years aren't great.
Yeah.
And it becomes harder where you go. I joked, I was like, in a year or two, these guys like Penei Sewell and Hutchinson, they might be all-time greats because the Lions have been that bad. Like they have been.
Jared Goff.
Dude, I love Jared. I love Jared. I love Jared.
I know.
Goff. And
Was
he will
Charlie-
be up there
Was
in a
Charlie
year or
Batch
two.
on your
He'll
list?
probably be up there.
Was Charlie Batch on your list?
Again, I only did Detroit athletes, so I didn't have to limit the Lions. I didn't have to do the Lions. The only Lion I had on my list was Barry. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. God.
It was Miggy, 3 Red Wings, and Barry on Detroit athletes. But for Lions, no. Charlie Batch would not have made it. Love you, Charlie Batch, but no, he wouldn't have made it. Also a good Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a better Steeler than he was a Lion, actually. Probably. Well, I'm going through the list and I'm like, you know what? All-time Lions, like Golden Tate, pretty good Lion. Like,
good
Lion. But I'm saying you would never have that argument with like Ravens and Steelers. I'm
No.
like, oh, Golden Tate, pretty good. Charlie Morton, pretty good.
Dre Bly.
These guys started for like 3 seasons. They're pretty good. Like Frank Ragnow.
Yeah.
Our center for like 8 years is probably like an all-time great for the Lions because he was there. Yeah. We
He
suck.
showed up.
I get it. Yeah, he was there. He played games at Ford Field. He was there.
Yeah.
He collected a paycheck. Yeah. I love him. No, Frank Ragnow was awesome. We hope he came back. So anyways, we talked football. I think your Ravens list was awesome. We have the Gurgler Humidor giveaway. That'll be next week. We're gonna have you here in locally, hopefully this summer after the trade show. So again, anybody out there that just joined, 26 Stolen Throne. What do people need to look out for you guys?
I mean, it's the big limiteds, and we're continuing to do what we do. Continue to buy all the things you love and the cool things we got coming out. I think you're going to be really happy. I know a lot of people are really excited about the Brody at the end of the year, but the other 2 limiteds we're dropping are worth your time as well, obviously. So
that's awesome. I did think I was driving today. I thought if Copper Canyon and Stolen Throne is going to do a collab, if we tie in Baltimore, we'll do like a Stolen Copper release and just throw like in, because if you're a Wire fan or a Baltimore
Stolen
fan,
Copper,
Stolen Copper would be a ode to the city because
it's on the nose.
It's there. Yeah, so we'll do a Stolen Copper 10 count bundle release in the near future because people from Baltimore steal copper from every building around them. Is that not a known thing? I mean, there's only look, I'm gonna say this. There's only a few cities in the United States that are probably doing worse than Detroit, and Baltimore is probably one of them.
That's fair. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I don't like your tone.
Thank you. No, I appreciate you. That's why you're my dad's favorite son.
That's right.
Hey, if you guys put in for the lottery, you might get the Bears.
No, thank you.
You don't want the Baltimore Bears?
Nah, I'm good.
It is a weird time to be alive in Indiana because it's a real thing. And I do think Hammond's going to get the Bears.
They're gonna.
I do think that Chicago's going to move to Indiana.
Yep.
I can see it.
It's
I
happening.
can see it.
Yeah.
It's
What's out there from the interwebs?
We got Henry Biancardi came on and said, "Looking good, guys."
Oh, thanks, Henry. So again, till midnight, 30% off Throne. Buy on the website. Go out there on the website right now. Buy a Stolen Throne. If you're subscribing to YouTube, if you're sharing this video, even tomorrow, the next day, whatever, you're entered in to win the gorgeous Gurkha Humidor. It's worth $2,000. Bobby, Lee, anything else to add tonight before we get out of here?
Nah, man, I think we're good. We've hit it. You're dumb.
We've hit it.
Yeah.
I think we've covered everything. Go Birds.
He says go Birds. So again, for
birds.
Joe Pasquale, Bobby Porcinitas, Lee Marsh, thank you for being on. Thanks for being part of our Copper Can Cigar Chat Live tonight. Again, share this video, subscribe on YouTube. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, share it as well, and give us a comment. Tell us what you want to see on the next episode or what going forward. We have some really fun episodes lined up, so let us know what's happening. So for Bobby, Lee, I'm Joe Pasquale. Thanks for being part of us. Stay smoky.